Hello everyone, Christina Werner here. Welcome to another live stream here on my YouTube channel. Today's live stream is a little bit earlier than I usually do it, and that's just because of some scheduling conflicts later this evening. So I just moved it up a few hours because I didn't want to miss out seeing all of you and seeing you in the chat and saying hello since I've been out of town. But welcome to everyone. I'm back for my seemed like it was a whirlwind of a trip to the British Isles. It seems like it was a million years ago when I was live here on YouTube, so I'm glad to be back. Today I'm going to be showing you pretty much like nearly all of the Sunny Studio release that came out last week. There were just a few items that weren't sent to me. So just a few things that I'm missing, but I'm going to show you all of it, and then I'm going to be playing with one stamp set and one die from the release. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. I'm going to jump in and turn on my overhead camera, and then we can go through the Sunny Studio release. Okay, here is the release. Well, except for a few. I think I'm missing a die and a stamp set and a couple dies. I'm not sure exactly what I'm missing, but Mendy, I think that's her name. Yeah, Mendy over at Sunny Studio was so kind to send these along to me. I think she knew I was traveling, so she wasn't like expecting me to use these because they came out on the 23rd and I would be gone. But I saw the release and they're so cute. It's all holiday items and I couldn't wait to use them. So here we are. So here is this whole stack of items from Sunny Studio. I just put them in pockets and labeled them. And y'all, seriously, I have so much stuff in my craft room that are just waiting to be used. September is going to be a wild ride, y'all. I'm just saying. It's going to be a wild ride. Okay. So the first thing, it's actually one of the things I'm going to be using today. This is the Pretty Poinsettia stamp set, and then there's some dies that cut out the leaves and the actual flower, the whole flower itself. But this is a layering stamp set, and they have some really great guides over on their blog and at their website showing how to use these. There's a couple layering stamp sets in this release that are just fantastic. So I'm going to be trying out this one today. I thought it just looked super fun. I have an idea in my mind of what I want to do, but we'll see if I can pull it off. So this is the Pretty Poinsettia stamp set and dies. All right, the next one is Feliz Navidad. I love this font or this writing that they're using. I think it's beautiful. There is a die for this, but I do not have it. But there is a die that cuts out the words. All right, okay, this one, oh, I love so much. It's like they knew that I was requesting Hanukkah. I love Hanukkah stamp sets, and there are hardly any out there. This is Love and Light. Let me turn this around so you can see it without the dies in the way. So many great images. And when I saw this, I was like, I'm really gonna have to like think through how I would use all these different elements. And when I was at their blog, kind of scrolling through, they have a blog post with lots of inspiration using this stamp set. And it's just beautiful. All the different ways you can use the different imagery. Very, very creative. And I mean, I've just blown away. So make sure you check out the Sunny Studio blog to see specific examples of how to use this stamp set and the coordinating dies. I think it's brilliant. Their design team really knocked it out of the park. All right, so that is Love and Light. Okay, these two dies are so fun. This is Brilliant Banner 1 and Brilliant Banner 2, and it has all the pieces you need to have very like three-dimensional looking banners. So you can have, all of your stamp sentiments on these banners. I think it's just fantastic. So these are two really great staple dies. In fact, these two I think are great staple dies as well. Oh, sorry, it's really not focusing on those. Let's give it something else to focus on. Let's give it a hand. Over here, this is the Dotted Diamond Landscape and Dotted Diamond Portrait. So they're cover plates that will pierce the diamond pattern into your cardstock. So this is really, really great that they have both options available for that die, or for that design, I should say. Okay, this one is called Truckloads of Love. And this is so cute. It kind of reminds me of a stamp set that I mean, Stampin' Up! Might still have it. I don't even know, but it was there and it was really old when I was working at Stampin' Up! So anyway, they had that like this kind of idea where it was a truck with different things to put in it. So I love seeing kind of an updated version with a different spin. I think it's really great that you can put in, you know, all throughout the year, you can put different things into the truck and then just change your greeting. I think it's amazing. Okay, put that back in there. All right. This one is so cute. Seriously, so many great examples on their blog. I was blown away. So this one is called Baking Spirits Bright. I mean, come on, what a cute name. And we've got all these baked goodies and treats and sweets all down here. I think it would be adorable because they're all kind of similarly sized to make them look like ornaments hanging on a tree. Wouldn't that be so cute? And have the candy canes on there as well. Love them. Sarah's asking, are those piercing plates A2 or larger? I believe they are A2. I'm going to be using one today, so you'll see it in action. This one's adorable. These turkeys crack me up. This is called Turkey Day. Let me turn this over. And look at these fun turkeys. And I love the like handwritten font up here that they're using as well. I think it's just so fun. You can put all these smaller greetings on the little sign from the turkey. I think it's so cute. I think it'd be hilarious if one said eat chicken. I think that'd be so funny. Anyway, these are adorable. Oh, okay. So adorable. I love there's pie. There's little hot cocoa leaves. I mean, there's even a little hat to put on top of them if you want. I think it's adorable. And then the coordinating dies. Okay. I have just a few more items here. Okay. This is so fun. This is Bells and Baubles. And this is the other layering stamp set that I was telling you about. You can get really three-dimensional ornaments, bells, and bows using all of these images. And they've labeled each piece, and there's also like a layering guide over at their blog. So totally fun to put these together. There are some great examples on their blog using the ornament here and then also this kind of like pine needle tree bough shape to make Christmas trees. I think it's amazing. So here's the lovely little stamp set, and there's some coordinating guides as well. That's Bells and Baubles. And then there's this last die set, which I think is so fun. I can't wait to maybe cut out some felt with it. I think that'd be amazing. This is Woolen Mitten, and there's lots of different elements for you to use for this, including different buttons, leaves. There's a poinsettia for layered poinsettia. There's a snowflake, these kind of like stitches, and there's a single stitch, a little circle to create berries, triple stitch right there. There's a lot of different ways that you can use these particular dies, including this one, which is the band across the mitten. And then there's this little kind of scalloped lacy edge for that as well. Those are the same length, so you could have it kind of coming up the top or the bottom and kind of build your own mitten. I think it's such a fun idea, and I like how large it is. I wonder, is that like A2-ish? It totally is, because this plate is exactly A2. So it would be a great shaped card with it all together. I think that'd be amazing. So I'm going to hold on to a lot of these products for consideration for use during my, the 2023 holiday card series. Yes, we're doing that holiday card series. So I'm going to keep these in mind for that. Okay, so now I'm going to get into my card idea, and I'm going to need to stamp a bunch of these flowers. The idea behind my card today, and I can actually show you the sketch, is this one right here. I want the front of the card to be a little bit short, and I'm going to have the poinsettias hanging off the edge. And then on the inside of the card will be more poinsettias. So when it's closed, it looks like a large cluster of poinsettias, but you lift it up. I think it'd be kind of fun. So you'd have a different kind of edge on the bottom here. So I need to make sure that I'm going to stamp and die cut enough of the flowers to fill both the bottom inside of the card and also this edge on the front of the card, the front flap. So I'm going to take the dies, and I've already cut this cardstock to, 4.25 by 5.5 tall. Okay, so if I'm going to do this, and let's say it's kind of overlapped, Okay, so maybe 4. So I'll probably need 4 for the flap and 4 the mouse. I need to do this 8 times. So I'm going to be really strategic about this and make it easy on myself so I can get 8 of these really, really fast. So I'm starting with the stamp set. I'm going to, okay, so 1A. All right, then I put that right there. And okay, I looked up their blog post so I could see how to layer this specifically. And it looks like you're going to need 3 colors for the poinsettia. You'll need a light, medium, and dark. And the very first stamp that you do should be the lightest color. Okay, I had to think about that for a minute. So I've got 3 reds from Simon Says Stamp. I've got guava, watermelon, and cherry. And these are meant to be used together for layering. So I thought, why not? I'll just go with that. So I'm going to make sure this is in the bottom corner of my paper here. And I'm going to, well, I'm going to get rid of this right here first. So I'm starting with guava. In fact, you know what? I'm going to use my finger across the stamp itself so I can get a really good stamping there. Okay. Starting with guava. All right. And then I'm going to rotate it just like that. Stamping that down. Okay. I was hoping I might be able to go like that, but I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to have to do another sheet of cardstock. Nancy's asking what color I'm wearing from Dazzle Dry. It's actually listed down below in the video description. I did get that listed. I didn't get the Sunny Studio stamps I'm using today listed, but I did get my nail polish listed. Okay, I'm thinking since I have to do 8 of these, maybe I'll switch up the colors and do like 1 set in reds and 1 set in pinks. So I'm going to do another set of inks from Simon. I've got Carnation, Rose, and Peony. I think those are right. Yeah, there we go. Light, medium, dark. So I'm going to start with the lightest color again. Just clean off my stamp over here. So I'm starting with Carnation. Oh, I guess I could just say what the color that I'm wearing is, right? I'm wearing Touch of Love today. It's a very, very pale white pink. All right, so I'm just rotating these and then hopefully I can do all my layered stamping fairly quickly. Okay, so now I'm going to 1B. Okay, and it looks like those leaves are supposed to be lined up. In the Carnation, Peony, Rose situation, I need to go to Peony next. Make sure that's in the corner, lift that up. So I'm going to Peony. And hopefully that stamps perfectly. Oh my word, I love it so much already. Rotate that. Make sure it's in the corner. Oh my gosh, I want to just almost leave it just like that. It looks so pretty. That is amazing. So now I'm going to clean off my stamp. And I'm switching what inks I'm using. So the next one I should be using is Watermelon, red side. Okay. Oh, much. Like, I don't even think I need to do anything with the center of the flower. I kind of want to keep it white. Okay, there we go. That's how it's lined up. It took me a minute. It took me a minute, but that's where, but I found it. Okay. All right, get that lined up just right. Make sure it's in the corner. Sorry, you're seeing my head. All right. Transfer that to the door, and then, y'all, we just cross our fingers. Just cross our fingers until we figure this out. Okay, I'm going to cherry. Let's hope this works. Okay. It's gorgeous. Okay. All right, I think it's pretty lined up. It might not be absolutely perfect, but it's pretty close. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna go with it. Oh, that's so pretty. Those 3 colors all layered. Love. And the last color for the pinks is rose. And then we're gonna do some leaves. Oh, I love the pinks. Those are gonna look great together. Just that little bit of a different tone. I don't have any problem mixing those on the same card. I think they're gonna be really pretty. All right, so now we have some leaves. And I don't think I'm going to need like 8 leaves, but maybe, you know, like, I don't know, 6, but I might end up stamping them all anyway. Okay, so on the stamp set, there's 2 different leaves. There's 3A and 2A, but I'm gonna be stamping both in the same color, and then I'll just rotate. I'm gonna be using more teal shades. So I've got Tide Pool and a Gin. So I'm starting out with Tide Pool. I'm just gonna rotate these. I think my Tide Pool ink pad needs to be re-inked. I think that's pretty good. Make sure it's in the corner. Lift that up, and now I'm going to Aegean. Okay, they're a little off, but you know what? I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna be picky. I'm just gonna go with it. Although I think I want a slightly lighter color, which is Tropic. So I'm glad I have all of these that I can work through. So I'm switching it to Tropic. Yeah, I think I like the a little bit brighter green. I don't know, maybe I could mix the 2. I hate that that one's a little bit off though. So on this next stamping, I'm going to reposition the stamps to see if I can get better, if I can get them lined up a little bit better using the color Tropic. You know, now that I'm going back to Aegean, I kind of like it darker. Okay. Oh yeah, those are lined up lots better. And I think I do like the darker color. But since we're going with different color combinations, maybe I will, you know, I'll do one more set in the darker green, and then I'm going to clean these off, and I'll switch to the lighter green for the last few. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. My little die cutting machine from Anna Griffin has been giving me fits recently, so let's hope that this works today. All right, it's not that one. There we go, that looks right. In fact, you know what? Just to make it easier on myself for die cutting all of these, I'm I'm going to remember that this one pointing down, I have a little dot on my die right there. So as I go to die cut all of them, I know which one. Okay, this is the messed up stamping, I think. Is it? Yeah, it is. So I'm not going to die cut those. I just want the flowers. Or flower, I should say. Okay, let's see how that worked. Oh, beautiful. All right, so now I'm going to come to this next one. I know that this little dot on my die goes for this bottom petal right here. And those are the messed up leaves, so I'm not going to cut those. Oh, another beautiful one. Alrighty. Alright, get that leaf right in there. Get that leaf. Run that through. See, this is one of those times when I like having my little mini cutter right next to me. Granted, I used to have the big cutter right next to me as well. But now I just have the little cutter. Got to figure out what I'm doing here. I've got one more little thing to die cut. I've got this cardstock here. This is sea glass cardstock from Concord and Ninth. And I'm just going to do the dotted diamond portrait die right over the top. This'll probably show you the, oh no, everything went through, like no issues. That went through no problem. That looks beautiful. Got my little mini trimmer. Looks like it's being cut about right there. And then I'm just going to come to my card base, cut it about there. All right, I'm trying to decide if I want to do a little bit of ink blending along these edges. I think I do. Let's go with Royal. And I'll grab a blue blending brush. So here's Royal. I'm just going to bring in some blue. Oh, that's going to be pretty. I like that. I like that with those colors. That's going to look nice. Okay. Ooh, I love that. My hands are super inky. And speaking of a white sweater, this means I need to go wash my hands immediately. Hi, Daphne. Hi. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick, especially because we're handling all those die cuts. You don't wanna get ink where you don't want it. I'm going to cover the front panel with some tape runner adhesive, and then let's get that lined up. In fact, I'm going to turn this over because I don't want to get ink all over my hands that I just washed. So I'm going to do that. And then do a little foam square right there. I'm not going to worry about the leaves for now. This one's sliding under about like that. Come on. There we go. We'll just put that in right there. And then I will do just one foam square on the back of this pink one. I'll get that just nestled in right there. Like right there. Maybe like right there. Yeah, so it emphasizes that other flower. I am using all my leaves. And here I was thinking I wouldn't need them. Okay. Let's have another leaf right here just to close in that gap. I think I do just want to make it shorter. So it would not be a regular A2 card. It would be like, let's see, how much shorter would it be? It would be about 4 3/4. Light cuts. Okay. Let's see, where'd my scissors go? Okay, yeah, I like it with just a little bit less white at the bottom. Okay, and while we're here, I'm going to cut off the edges just on the sides of the flowers and leaves. So that it can fit into a regular card, or envelope, I should say. Okay, okay, there we go. Oh yeah, that looks better. All right. All right, I've got some vellum. All right, we've got some anti-static powder for the vellum. I'm gonna ink up my stamp once more since I think I touched it. All right, so now I'm going to take a minute and use my pencil to go around this grading. And I'm just drawing a line that I can use as I fussy cut it out. I just find that I have a much better result if I take the time to do this versus just try to cut it out as I go. And then after I have it cut out, then I can use an eraser just to get rid of any pencil that might be showing on the edge. Okay. All right, so I've cut that out. You can go right there. Oh, that's gonna be great. I'm gonna grab my eraser. And I've got just a little bit of that white from when I cut off the bottom of the card. I'm just gonna use that as a, because you can really see the pencil there still, but I just erase off the edge and it'll be perfect. So I'm going to use a Xyron. This is just a little create a sticker. I'm going to feed that through. And this just puts adhesive all on the back of that vellum piece. And then it's going to make it so you can't even tell that there's adhesive on there. Okay. Perfect. Get that exactly where I want it. And just press that down. You can hardly see it's there, actually. The vellum really hides it quite a bit. So here's the finished card for today. Opens up, you can see that edge right there at the bottom of the front of the card. I think it was a creative solution to use vellum for that grading. I think it turned out beautiful. And the layering stamp sets from Sunny Studio are fantastic. I can't wait to try the other ones. The ornaments and the bell and the bow, I think those are going to be great for holiday cards. Thanks so much for joining me today. I will see you all in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.